Welcome everyone to this video where we are going to study about identities. In the previous videos we have studied about different operations related to algebraic expressions except for division. Now we'll study about identities and how to use them. Now, what is the difference between an equation and an identity? For this, we'll have to go through the given example. Now consider this example and substitute the value of P as 6 in LHS and find the value of LHS, then find the value of RHS separately. Pause the video and do it on your own. So when you solve this LHS for P equal to 6, you get 216. Same ways, when you solve this RHS for P equals to 6, it gives you 216. So LHS is equal to RHS. Now take any other random example, maybe P is equal to 3, and find the value of the above LHS and RHS and find if the LHS is equal to RHS or not. Pause the video and solve it on your own. So when you solve LHS and RHS, they both come as 75 when we consider P is equal to 3. Now take one more example. P is equal to -5 and substitute and find the value of LHS and RHS and show or test whether LHS is equal to RHS or not. So again, pause the video and solve it. So when you substitute P is equal to -5 in LHS, it gives you 51. P is equal to -5 in RHS, it gives you 51. So likewise, if you take any value for P, the variable, the LHS proves to be equal to RHS, and such equations are called as identities, where the equation is true for every value of variable. So these equations are called as identities. And if you take any other random equation, you will find that the LHS is not always equal to RHS if you take any of the values. So if you take or pick up any equation where there will be a chance that LHS is equal to RHS only in a very few number of values. So those are just random equations, but the equations where the LHS is equal to RHS for every value of its variable, and no matter what value you take over here for its variable, and it is equal, that is LHS is equal to RHS, those kind of equations are called as identities. The identities that are obtained by multiplying one binomial with another binomial, those identities are called as standard identities. Let us take a very simple example. A plus B multiplied by A minus B. So when you solve this and you get a value of this, an equation, this will form an equation. This binomial multiplied by another binomial, the equation will be nothing other than a standard identity. That means a binomial, when it is multiplied by another binomial, it gives you a standard identity. Let us study few identities that we'll be using in our various problems in the upcoming exercises. Now, to understand these identities, we'll first verify or find out the values of these. Okay, so let us start with the first identity that we see on the board, that is A plus B the whole square. What is A plus B the whole square? So whenever we say A plus B the whole square, it means A plus B, the bracket is multiplied by itself. So we see that a binomial is multiplied by binomial, and we are going to get a standard identity that will become, or it will serve to us as a formula. So as we have studied in the previous video, how are we going to multiply binomial by binomial? We'll take this first this first term and multiply it by the whole second bracket. Then we'll take this second term and we'll multiply by the whole bracket over here. So a into a plus b plus b into a plus b, and this gives me a square plus a into b plus b into a is nothing but a into b. It means the same thing. 3 into 2 can be written as 2 into 3. Both the values are same. So a b into a or a into b, it means the same thing. B into b gives you b square. So this, any like term over here? Yes, we have a like term. So a square plus this is 1ab, it gives me 2ab plus b square. So this becomes an identity, a standard identity for me, and also we'll use it as a formula in our exercises. Seems to be abstract and theoretical by solving it on paper or on board, but if you want to see how it can be done practically, I'll give you several links to prove the values of these identities and how will they appear to us when you practically apply it. So those links you will find it in the comment or in the description below. Let's move on to the next identity, that is a minus b the whole square. You can pause the video and you can find the value on your own. So here we come, a minus b the whole square gives you a minus b into a minus b, the same bracket multiplied by itself. You'll split it using distributive property, minus b into a minus b, this b into a minus b. What do you get? It is a square minus a into minus b will give you minus ab. Over here minus b into plus a, this is plus, right? So minus b into plus a will give you again minus ab or minus ba, it means the same thing. Now minus b into minus b will give you plus b square. This becomes a square minus, this is minus 1 ab minus 1 ab. So minus 1 ab minus 1 ab, signs are same, we'll have them added and the sign will be of the greater number. Both the numbers are having the same magnitude, so it will be minus 2ab plus b square. So this becomes my second identity of the day, that is a minus b the whole square. Now let's move on to the third identity, that is a plus b into a minus b. You may pause the video and try to solve it on your own. Now let's move ahead using the distributive property, a multiplied by the second whole bracket plus b multiplied by the second whole bracket. We'll have a square, a into minus b is minus ab, plus b into a is ab or ba, whatever, it means one and the same thing, plus b into minus b gives you minus b square. Minus ab plus ab becomes 0. So what we have is a square minus b square. So remember, when a plus b multiplied by a minus b, you get a square minus b square. So we have the third identity over here. This is equal to a square minus b square. How to relate these formulas or how to memorize them? A plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square, or you may also say first term square plus second term square plus 2 into first term into second term. Now in the second one, a minus b the whole square, only thing is the middle term's sign changes to negative. This identity, a plus b into a minus b, that means terms are same, only the sign of the second term is opposite. So you will have the middle term cancelling each other to become 0, minus AB and plus AB, and we have the first term square and the second term square. Let us move to the fourth category or the type of identity, that is x plus a into x plus b. So you have three variables over here. This is the only difference. So in the final outcome RHS also you'll have three identities. Let's start solving that. X plus a multiplied by x plus b gives you first term multiplied by the whole bracket plus a into the whole bracket. You may also solve it along with me, or you may be even faster. X into x gives you x square plus bx plus ax plus ab. You have x as common term over here, so you can still simplify it. X square plus x is common. A plus b or b plus a means one and the same thing, plus ab. So this is your identity of x plus a multiplied by x plus b. Now we will be having different cases in this. For example, you may have both the second terms to be same. If both the second terms are same, the formula will be similar to a plus b the whole square. So you will have x square plus 2ax plus a square. So this is your task, to solve different cases when special categories, when a is equal to b, when a is equal to b is equal to minus c, when a is equal to minus b. So these three cases you can try it by pausing the video. So let's see what happens when we substitute a is equal to b in this equation. Okay, so when I substitute a is equal to b, so wherever my b is I can write it as a, or wherever my a is I can write it as b. So I'll choose the previous method, the former method. So x plus a will be, wherever b is there I'll write a, because a is equal to b. So this formula becomes x square plus x into a plus a plus a into a. Wherever b is there I have substituted it with a. So this formula becomes x square plus a is 2a. Do not mistake this plus sign as multiplication sign. So this is a plus a. A pen plus pen gives you 2 pens. So this will be 2a into x plus, now this is a into a, so it will be a square, a raised to the power 1 multiplied by a raised to the power 1 gives you a raised to the power 1 plus 1, that is a raised to 2. So this is just for your understanding. So this formula, if you see this special category, when a is equal to b, this resembles this category or this identity, the standard identity. Now let's move on to the second identity. When a is equal to b is equal to minus c, that means I don't want a and b as my terms. Both the variables are substituted by minus c. So this is minus c. Now here there is a slight twist when you substitute it in this formula. Okay, so this formula becomes x plus minus c. This plus minus becomes minus, so I'm writing it directly over here, x minus c into x minus c. Okay, this gives me x square plus x into a is minus c, b is minus c, so minus a plus, okay, sorry, minus a is minus c, so minus c plus a is minus c. So this plus and minus become minus c. Okay, so minus c becomes minus 2c. We are still left with the third one, that is minus c into minus c. Minus c into minus c will become plus c square. This is nothing but x minus c the whole square. The same term, the same expression or binomial multiplied by itself gives you the binomial square. It gives me x square plus x into minus 2c, minus 1c, minus 1c. You need to be very good at addition and subtraction of integers over here. So this becomes minus 2 into c. So x square minus 2c x, x square minus 2c x, plus this was minus c into minus c, so minus minus becomes plus, so I don't have any problem with this plus sign over here. C into c gives you c square. So this becomes my second special category. Let's look at the third category where a is equal to minus b. So when a is substituted as minus b in this formula, so wherever a is there, I'll write it as minus b. My this left hand side will become x plus, instead of a I'll be writing minus b multiplied by x plus b, which is equal to x square plus x into a is minus b plus b plus a is minus b into plus b. So over here it gives me x minus b into x plus b. Does it match with some of the one of the formulas that we have already studied? Yes, the third one. First term plus second term, first term minus second term, first term plus second term, first term minus second term. So this gives me x square plus x into minus b plus b becomes 0. Any number multiplied by 0 gives me 0. So writing a 0 or not writing a 0 doesn't matter. This minus b into plus b gives you minus b square. This minus reacts with the plus outside and it becomes x square minus b square. So this third category becomes my third special identity. So this is how you substitute by using logic and your basic mathematical operations to make special identities or these standard identities. Okay, so it's very much important to remember these very basic special identities over here, which we'll be using in the problems after this. Let's solve one problem based on this. So let's look at the first question. As I always say, you need to understand and comprehend the question which is given. So here it says, verify this identity, this standard identity that we have studied of or derived. Verify this identity using numbers or the values of these variables. That means you are supposed to substitute the value of x and a and b in both the sides and check whether the left hand side is equal to the right hand side as claimed by the standard identity. That means you are supposed to first find the value of LHS by substituting the value of x as 11, a as 4, b as -7 in the left hand side. Find the value of that, then again substitute the values of these variables in this RHS and check whether the left hand side value is equal to the right hand side value or not. That's the meaning of this question. Verify this for the values of variables as x is equal to 11, a is equal to 4, b is equal to -7. So let's start. LHS is x plus a into x plus b. That means 11 plus 4 into 11 plus or minus 7, which is nothing but 11 minus 7. That gives me 15 multiplied by 11 minus 7 is 4, which gives me 60. So my LHS is this. Now let's try and find the value of RHS. RHS is equal to x square plus x into a plus b plus a into b. Value of x square will be 11 square plus 11 into 4 plus and minus 7, that means -7, plus minus becomes minus, plus 4 into -7. 11 square is 121 plus 4 minus 7 is nothing but -3. So -3 into 11, 4 plus 4 into -7 will give you -28. Therefore 121, 3 -3 into plus 11 is -33, -28. When you add this all together, it comes to 60. Hence LHS is equal to RHS when I am substituting these values. Therefore it is verified for x is equal to 11, a is equal to 4 and b is equal to -7. With this we come to an end of our today's video. I would like you all to practice more sums based on these identities, and more importantly remember or memorize these identities, as they'll help you all further in higher standards. Thank you. Stay safe, stay fit and stay healthy.